Welcome to Streaming News Network, where we deliver balanced reporting with the facts that matter. The Morning Edition by Claude McDaniel. Please like and subscribe.
This is Claude McDaniel with Streaming News Network. The United States Department of Justice has announced the discovery of approximately $350 million in alleged fraud across 7 southeastern states. Officials say the investigation covers 17 separate cases involving food assistance benefits, small business administration loans, housing assistance, tax fraud, and health care fraud. The cases span Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, Mississippi, North Carolina, and South Carolina. Federal officials say these investigations were made possible through cooperation with state agencies and prosecutors. Among the largest cases, authorities allege a $174 million Medicare fraud scheme involving unnecessary genetic testing. In Mississippi, investigators accuse an attorney and a Small Business Administration employee of participating in an alleged $11.5 million kickback scheme tied to fraudulent loan payments. In North Carolina, 8 individuals are accused of filing false tax returns seeking fraudulent pandemic-related tax credits, resulting in nearly $25 million in alleged losses. Officials also announced new data-sharing agreements that will allow participating states to provide publicly available business registration and public benefits payment information to help investigators identify fraud patterns more quickly. The Justice Department says the expanded partnership is designed to strengthen efforts to protect taxpayer dollars and pursue individuals accused of financial crimes. This is Streaming News Network. A taxpayer-funded homeless services campus in Los Angeles is at the center of renewed debate over California's harm reduction policies after reports that the facility distributes drug paraphernalia, including syringes and glass pipes, to individuals struggling with addiction. California officials have promoted harm reduction programs as a way to reduce overdoses, prevent the spread of infectious diseases, and encourage people with substance use disorders to eventually seek treatment. Supporters say these programs can serve as an entry point to healthcare and recovery services. Critics, however, argue the approach enables ongoing drug use rather than helping individuals overcome addiction. They point to reports that visitors at the Skid Row Care campus were able to obtain drug use supplies while observing open drug activity in areas surrounding the facility. Some local business leaders and law enforcement sources have also raised concerns about increased crime and public safety in the surrounding neighborhood. The campus, which opened in 2025, is operated by nonprofit organizations and receives funding from a combination of local, state, federal, and public health sources. Federal officials have also expressed interest in reviewing government funding for programs that provide drug paraphernalia, citing concerns that such efforts could encourage illegal drug use rather than reduce it. County officials maintain the campus complies with all applicable laws and is intended to provide a range of health and social services for people experiencing homelessness. The debate highlights the continuing national divide over whether harm reduction policies are an effective public health strategy or whether they unintentionally prolong addiction. This is Streaming News Network. An undocumented immigrant is facing multiple criminal charges after authorities say a suspected impaired driving crash claimed the lives of an off-duty Connecticut police officer and his girlfriend earlier this month in Danbury. Police say Melissa Esperanza Ramirez Romero, age 27, has been charged with 2 counts of second-degree manslaughter, along with charges related to driving under the influence and the fatal crash. Investigators say the collision occurred during the early morning hours of July 13, killing Officer Cooper Whiteside, age 38, who was operating a motorcycle, and his passenger, Brittany Islami, age 34. The medical examiner determined both victims died from blunt force injuries. Islami was the mother of 3 children. According to investigators, toxicology results showed the driver had a blood alcohol concentration of 0.14, nearly twice Connecticut's legal limit of 0.08. Authorities also reported a positive test for cannabis. The United States Department of Homeland Security says Ramirez Romero was living in the country without legal authorization and confirmed that United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement has issued an immigration detainer requesting notification before any potential release from custody. The case has renewed debate over immigration enforcement and cooperation between federal authorities and jurisdictions with sanctuary policies. The investigation remains ongoing, and the charges are allegations. The defendant is presumed innocent unless proven guilty in court. This is Streaming News Network. Seattle Police Chief Sean Barnes is facing public scrutiny following a deadly shooting at the Bite of Seattle festival that left 3 people dead and several others injured. Authorities have described the incident as an apparent exchange of gunfire involving individuals believed to know one another, and investigators continue to examine whether gang affiliations played a role. During a news conference, Chief Barnes addressed criticism over his absence from Seattle at the time of the shooting. He was attending a conference for black law enforcement executives in Texas and said it is impossible to predict when acts of gun violence will occur. The chief also said that a very small percentage of Seattle's population is connected to more than half of the city's shootings. Rather than referring to gangs directly, Barnes described those responsible as small groups, saying the department is working with city leaders, prosecutors, federal partners, and community organizations to address the underlying causes of violent crime. His choice of wording has generated debate, with some critics arguing officials should more directly identify gang-related violence, while others support focusing on broader strategies aimed at reducing repeat violent offenders. The shooting remains under investigation, and authorities have not announced final conclusions regarding the motives or affiliations of those involved. This is Streaming News Network. 2 West Virginia parents have been arrested after authorities say their 11-year-old daughter was discovered restrained inside a garage bathroom that had allegedly been sealed shut with spray foam. According to investigators, Manuel Ortiz Jr., age 69, and Licha Ortiz, age 54, have each been charged with child abuse creating a serious risk of bodily injury or death and conspiracy. The charges stem from allegations that the child was confined inside a bathroom located in the family's garage. Authorities say a witness discovered the girl after hearing her communicate through a small crack in the sealed door. The witness reportedly removed the hardened spray foam and found the child with her hands restrained behind her back using zip ties and additional restraints around her ankles. Investigators reported visible marks on the girl's wrists and ankles, along with swelling and redness on her feet. During a search of the home, officers also recovered a camera positioned toward the bathroom door. The device has been taken into evidence as part of the ongoing investigation. Messages reportedly written by the child on the bathroom walls are also being reviewed by investigators. Both defendants remain in custody on $150,000 cash-only bonds. Authorities have not said how long the child may have been confined. The allegations remain under investigation, and the defendants are presumed innocent unless proven guilty in court. This is Streaming News Network. Former Vice President Kamala Harris is drawing renewed attention following reports that she purchased a home in the exclusive coastal community of Point Dume, California, for approximately $8,150,000. The property reportedly features ocean views and several luxury amenities. The purchase has also sparked political debate because census data indicates the surrounding neighborhood has a predominantly white population and relatively few black residents. Critics argue the location appears inconsistent with Harris's long-standing advocacy for fair housing, racial equity, and expanding opportunities for historically underserved communities. They have also pointed to past remarks in which Harris described the importance of attending Howard University, a historically black university, and living in a community with a large black population. Supporters, however, argue that a personal home purchase should not be viewed as a measure of a public official's policy positions. They note that Harris has spent much of her public career supporting fair housing initiatives, including efforts to combat housing discrimination, address racial disparities in home appraisals, and increase investment in historically underserved neighborhoods. The reports come as political observers continue to speculate about whether Harris may seek the Democratic presidential nomination in 2028. Neither Harris nor her representatives have publicly responded to the latest criticism surrounding the home purchase. This is Streaming News Network. The family of former football standout Billy Ray Smith Jr. has announced that the College Football Hall of Famer died from complications related to chronic traumatic encephalopathy, commonly known as CTE. He was 64 years old. In a family statement, loved ones said Smith faced a long battle with dementia caused by the degenerative brain disease, describing his courage, dignity, and devotion to his family throughout his illness. Smith was one of the most decorated players in the history of the University of Arkansas, earning unanimous All-American honors twice before being selected 5th overall in the 1983 National Football League draft. He went on to spend his entire 10-year professional career with the San Diego Chargers and was inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame in 2000. Chronic traumatic encephalopathy is a progressive brain disease associated with repeated head impacts. It has been identified in some former athletes who participated in contact sports, although a definitive diagnosis can only be made after death. In a statement, Chargers owner Dean Spanos remembered Smith as a beloved teammate, devoted family man, and respected member of the community whose positive spirit touched countless lives. Billy Ray Smith Jr. is survived by his wife, Kimberly, and daughter, Savannah. This is Streaming News Network. Country music star Megan Moroney has apologized to fans after ending her Denver concert early because of illness. Moroney took the stage at Ball Arena but was only able to perform a few songs before telling the audience she was too sick to continue. Fighting back tears, she explained that despite trying everything she could to recover before the show, she was unable to deliver the performance her fans deserved. The audience responded with encouragement and applause as the singer left the stage. Ball Arena later confirmed the concert had been canceled due to illness and said additional information would be provided to ticket holders. In a heartfelt message shared afterward on social media, Moroney called the decision the hardest she has ever had to make. She said she never wants to give anything less than a 100% performance and realized early in the show that she could not meet that standard. The Denver concert has now been rescheduled for August 27. Tickets for the original performance will be honored on the new date, while fans who cannot attend may request refunds through their original point of purchase. Moroney has become one of country music's fastest-rising stars since her breakthrough hit, Tennessee Orange. She has earned major industry honors and continues to tour in support of her latest album, Cloud 9. Fans across social media have expressed support for the singer, encouraging her to focus on her recovery before returning to the stage. This is Streaming News Network. Veteran television actress Donna Mills, best known for her memorable role as Abby Cunningham on Knots Landing, has announced she is joining the subscription-based platform OnlyFans at the age of 85. Mills says the decision is not about changing her public image, but rather creating a more direct and personal connection with the fans who have supported her throughout her decades-long career. In announcing the move, the Emmy Award-winning actress said she plans to share behind-the-scenes moments, updates from her daily life, and exclusive content designed to give followers a closer look at her personal and professional experiences. OnlyFans, while widely known for adult content, also hosts creators from a variety of fields, including entertainers, athletes, musicians, chefs, fitness experts, and other public figures who use the platform to offer subscription-based content directly to fans. Company officials say Mills will be using the platform on her own terms, focusing on authentic engagement rather than changing the type of content she has traditionally shared with her audience. In addition to her acting career, Mills maintains an active presence on social media and co-hosts the We're Not Done Yet podcast with fellow Knots Landing stars. I am Claude McDaniel for Streaming News Network. Thank you for watching and stay informed.
Thank you for viewing Streaming News Network videos and also short and special reports. Please like, subscribe, and tap the bell to be notified of additional reports.